We're going to look at what the lightning struck. Good night.
Smoked it.
There it is. You see that piece of iron right there? That is what's giving us trouble. So you're going to do the same thing for these other two right here. Take the nut off, push them up flush. You do not have to do this one. It misses it. Do the top three right there, push them flush, and that cone will get on out of there and save you a lot of trouble. Tip of the day.
First thing we have to do is we have to fire the machine up. We have to lift this track in the air so the track is hanging underneath the machine.
Y'all see that? It worked. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday, August the 13th, and my name is Daniel and you're watching Triple R Farms, and here's what we got on tap for today. My combine is broke down. I don't know, I think it was 2 videos ago, we had a problem in my rotor. It's a piece of flat iron. It's not a vane, but it's right at the beginning of the cone in the rotor. I don't know what this thing does, but it's a small piece of flat iron. Anyway, it came loose and was hitting the rotor, and we had to go in there with a torch and we just cut it off. And apparently another bolt has come loose and this thing is ripped off again, and now it's at the top of the rotor where we can't even see the thing. So anyway, we're going to be working on that. I'm trying to just take the piece off, just unbolt it and take the whole thing off. So we're going to be working on that this morning. And then also down at our grain dryer, apparently we had a lightning strike hit the dryer and it has fried a bunch of stuff. So Dad's going to be back and forth working on that with an electrician. So we got John D and Shaq. They're going to be going down there to the grain dryer this morning. Dad said they got a lot of sweeping up to do down there, so that's what they're going to be working on while we're broke down. James is going to grease everything at the grain dryer, and then he's going over there to grease the grain carts. That's what he's going to be doing. Wayne is going to be down there loading seed trucks with corn. He does that all day, every day, so that's what he's going to be doing. And then me and Dad are going to be trying to get the combine back going, so that's what we're all going to be doing. But we did, even though we had all this bad news, we had the combine break down, we had the grain dryer get struck by lightning, did have some good news yesterday. It rained, and we really need the rain because we're really dry. Got a good rain over in the valley. Right when my combine broke down, it wasn't 10 minutes later, we got a big rain over there, and that was great, even though the corn doesn't need it. But we had soybeans over there. We've got cotton on other farms that need a rain really bad, and then of course a milo on some farms need rain. So good news is we got like an 80% chance of rain today, so hopefully it will pour again today, and we'll just get back cutting corn once it dries up. But that's the plan. Y'all sit back and enjoy the video, and let's get this baby started. We're going to look at what the lightning struck. Good night.
Smoked it. I hope it didn't hurt all that.
Up there.
All that stuff.
Well, looks like the rain is coming a little early today. It's already started, which is fine. Bring it on. We'll take it. So here is where that flat piece was. It started out somewhere right in there where my finger is. And it just goes up that cone right there and goes around. The last bolt it broke was up there. That's where we originally torched it off. Now the bolt's missing. It must have came loose. And now the flat iron is up at the very top of the rotor hitting. And you can hear it. Hear that? I can't even turn it. He's got it stopped. There it is. You see that piece of iron right there? That is what's giving us trouble. This is what I want to do, is go in the tank, in the top of the tank, and actually figure out what bolts hold it on and just take it all the way off. And we'll worry about it later. First attempt is we're going to try to find out what bolts hold that on and just take the thing off. If we can't figure that out, we'll just cut it with a torch and regroup. Sorry little dog though, that guy right there. What are you trying to MacGyver?
Yeah. Fix a mirror here. Better not break your mama's mirror.
He's trying to make something he can stick in there with that mirror. We can see exactly where that flat iron goes, so we know what bolts to take out, because there's a lot of bolts at the top of that rotor up there inside the tank, and we're just trying to figure out
Where's the light?
what direction it goes. Light. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see the bent piece. That T-bolt goes through both of them.
Oh God.
And then it's on the front side. It's on the front side, not the back side of that rib. That guide, whatever you call it, rib, vein. It's on the front side. You can see the edge of it. And it kind of needs it.
So that next bolt is holding the vane and that flat iron.
Yeah, the next bolt right
What
there.
is the purpose of the flat iron?
It's a wear strip. It just keeps it, that edge of the next funnel from wearing out.
Okay, the plan is we're gonna try to unbolt it. But, I don't know if you heard Dad, one of the bolts goes through a vane and that flat iron, so once we get that bolt out, once we're all done, we gotta make sure the vane is bolted back up. Everything is wet. Trying not to bust it. Going down in the hole. Get on the roof. Okay. All right, you want me to tap the bolt?
Yeah.
You gonna be able to get it back in there?
That's the $1 million question.
Well, you want to go plan B?
Plan B, I could tighten it up. It may make the season.
All right, plan B is get the torch out, get to cutting. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all these bolts I can get to right here, and I got to put this little cover on, and then we're moving downstairs.
You're pretty good. It's up now.
That's all I can do. All right. Oh. Well, we got it. All right, we got the piece out of there. I'll show it to y'all in just a second. But next thing we gotta do, put the concaves back in, and then I gotta put all that stuff in the front back together. I got to take loose a bunch of wires, put the top of that cone, bolt it all back up. So anyway, let me show you this piece, and then we'll do a time lapse. So there it is. That's where the bolt broke, I guess, and it bent back from there. That's where he cut it off, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Got to cut off. If it rips again, breaks another bolt, at least it'll be on this side of the concave, I mean the rotor, we can get it to it real easy to get it out of there. But that's gonna be the last piece if it does rip again. All right, start time lapse. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the rotor on, and Dad's right out here. He's gonna listen to make sure we don't hear any loud noises. If we don't, then I'm gonna pull it back over there, and we'll finish putting everything back together on the rotor, everything under the feeder house. So back it up and let's listen. Good to go. So this is a piece that we have to put on. It goes, it's the top part of the cone, and this is what we had to take off to get in there and cut that metal off. But I'm gonna give you a tip of the day, and if you ever have to get this thing out right here, I'm about to show you a trick that Big Joe showed me. Oh, let me get up in here. So that cone bolts up right here, goes all the way around. You have to remove these wires right here. You got to take those off first, take this bracket off, get the wires out of the way, and then you can get the cone. But I'm about to show y'all a trick, because when you remove the wires out of the way, the cone still will not get out of there. And I'm about to show you why. So what you have to do is you got to take these wires off. You got one right here that takes a 8mm socket. Alright, Cut that one off. Look at here, Dad left a striker. Never would have found that. Can you believe that? Alright, now we're going to pull these big wires off. You just twist them and they come off and they're color coordinated. So that's off. That one more. Okay, then you can remove this bracket. I've already got the nuts off of it. And just move these wires out of the way. Just like that. Okay. This is where you got to pay attention. Can y'all see that? So when you're pulling the cone out, if you take these wires loose just like this and you try to pull that cone cover out, they hit right here. These right here. It will not come out of there because it's just hitting on the frame and it's hitting on those plugs right here. Well, this is what Big Joe told me to do. So you got to have you a 2-inch socket, just like that. What you're going to do is you're going to fit right on the top of that and twist the little nut off that's holding that connection. And they'll slip out of there. You got to have them turned right, just like that. Take that little nut off. Got another little washer. There it is. Take the little washer off too. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to push this connection. Just push it back up in there flush. Just like that. So you're going to do the same thing for these other two right here. Take the nut off, push them up flush. You do not have to do this one. It misses it. Do the top three right there, push them flush, and that cone will get on out of there and save you a lot of trouble. Tip of the day. Glad to be out from under there. But I had one of them try to cross thread on me. One of those little electrical plug-ins. But anyway, we got him. So all that is buttoned up, ready to go. Just got to get all my tools off the feeder house, put them all up, and put the cardboard up, the light. And yeah, I think she's ready to combine. Had another little dash of rain. It's overcast, so still not corn harvest weather right now. But anyway, we'll have the combine ready to go when it gets dry. So it's Thursday morning and we had some rain over here in the valley yesterday, so corn harvest is going to be delayed a little bit. We're going to need a lot of sunshine and a lot of wind to dry that stalk out before we can get started. So in the meantime, I had Mr. Billy move my track hoe over here in the valley to the hay barn, and when he did that, he saw that my tracks were too tight. So I'm going over here right now to see if we can get some slack in them. He got it in there. Getting kind of tight in here. So that grease fitting right there, So that's how you tighten it up. You pump grease in there and it'll make this track get tighter and tighter. But to loosen the track, he said you got to unscrew that grease fit and take it out. And I don't know if you have to walk it back and forth, but anyway, when you take that out, it'll get this track. You want a little slack in it. Right now I've got it way too tight. She is straight as a board. It's like round. How do you get that out? It's like made into a piece. And there's no, like a bolt head on it. It's just round. That's weird. It sure is. There's just no bolt head to grab onto. Big Dan's here. He'll figure it out. It's like round. Huh? It's like round. There's not a bolt head. Oh, God. What's the bolt beside it do?
I don't know. It may be you take that bolt out, but I don't want to do something that, you know, screws it up.
Good gosh, what a spider. Well, there's no operator's manual in the cab, so what do? When you don't know what to do, you look it up on YouTube. How to adjust track tension right here. It's probably the one we're gonna hit. Yeah. What in the world?
Now you saw me lift up the track and then you saw me spin it backwards.
So apparently, at least I could not find a video on how to loosen your tracks. Every video is how to properly tighten your tracks. So I called the salesman for Thompson Caterpillar and told him what we had going on with the tracks. They were too tight. We don't know how to loosen them. And also my backup camera. This little camera right here. Anyway, I told him that for some reason I'm getting a blue screen whenever I go to back up. I've cut the kill switch off, rebooted the machine several times before this, but every time it's just blue screen when the camera comes up. So he's going to look into that and see what I need to do on that, and he's going to give me a solution to loosen the tracks. So y'all are about to find out. So right beside the grease fitting is what looks like a bolt right here. And what you want to do, that's the release valve. You want to loosen this bolt right here one turn maximum, no more than one turn. And your track should start getting some slack in them. So when you get the right amount of slack that you want on your tracks, all you do is tighten that same bolt that you loosen one turn, you tighten it back one turn. And then it wanted you to walk the machine back and forth just to pressurize all those pistons in there and all to make sure they're equal. Y'all see that? It worked. Wow, that worked perfect. I didn't even have to go a full turn. I went probably half a turn and they just you could see them just start sinking. Now we got a little dip in it. Well, that was pretty cool. See that little dip? y'all think? I think we need to put a little bit more slack in them. Still, in my opinion, a little on the tight side. All right, that looks good, so let's go do the other side. They look perfect. So me and Dad are headed down to the grain dryer. Unfortunately, he gave me some bad news on the dryer where the lightning struck it. It did a lot more damage than we originally thought. So we're headed down here. The electrician's down here, but I'm gonna let Dad explain to you what all is wrong.
Well, we had a light little shower, had a strong bolt of lightning that came in through here, burn up. My circuit board's got to be fixed. It had several fuses in here that burn up. And then here's where the biggest problem. Anyway, you can see where it suited up everything. It got these two starters, got that fuse, and burn up a switch here. So it had a pretty good jolt.
So the last thing we figured out, which we had no idea that it traveled all the way this far, but it went up that pipe and it absolutely fried that motor. So what we're kind of waiting on is this big screen right here, or ISO, or whatever they call it. Whatever runs this, we're waiting on that board to come in. It's going to come in tomorrow once they get all that fixed, and the screen should work and everything else in here should be good to go. But we are down till we get it fixed tomorrow. So that's pretty much got corn harvest shut down at the moment. Our wet tank is pretty much full, and of course the dryer is not working at all. So I mean, we can fill up the trucks and fill up the grain carts. That's about all we could cut. And I don't know, Dad really doesn't want to do that. He's worried that once we get that piece tomorrow and get it all put in, once we fire everything up, we may have some more issues that show up once everything fires up that we did not know about. So he really didn't really want to have a bunch of corn sitting on the trucks and grain carts till we know we get this dryer working, because the corn is anywhere from 20 to 22%, so you don't want that sitting on the truck very long, or a grain cart. But that's kind of where we are. We're gonna kind of hold off probably till tomorrow and get that part in, and then we'll probably get back to cutting tomorrow, and hopefully the dryer will get going and we won't have any other problems with it that we didn't know about. So basically what I'm trying to tell y'all is we are at the end of the video, so thanks for watching another one with us, guys, and yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one. See ya. We're out.